So today I'm talking about a P0650 code, what it is and how you can go about fixing it. And so what is a P0650 code? Well, it's a malfunction indicator light mill control circuit. And so what does this mean? Well, basically there's a check engine light that shows up with the symbol of engine that the computer displays to the user when there's some kind of problem with the engine. But for some reason, this light's not working. The computer runs self-tests on components to see if they're working. But when it does the self-test on this check engine light, it detects it's not working. And so the computer sends out this P0650 code. And so it's going to be troubleshooted to know why. And so what are some possible causes of a P0650 code? Well, the first thing that could cause this is a blown fuse. And which fuse that light's on is really going to vary. So you will have to do a little bit of research to figure out which fuse that light's on. But it's a good idea to go and check for any blown fuses, because the first thing that's going to cause this is a blown fuse. And the next thing that could cause this is a burnt out bulb or LED. And these instrument panels are going to be designed differently. If you have an older vehicle, it's very common that they just use little bulbs. And basically these little bulbs just burn out. And if you take apart that instrument panel, locate that check engine light bulb, then you could just replace it if it has gone bad. Newer vehicles make this a little bit harder, since these little bulbs or sometimes LEDs are going to be soldered directly into the board. But in many cases, if that bulb or LED has burned out, it's fairly easy to solder in a new one with minimal soldering skills. Of course, it's going to vary. Some of these control panels do have very small components. It can make it more difficult to work on. So it's really going to vary. And again, you'll have to do a little research on your vehicle to know what's going on. But the next thing that could cause this is a burnt out bulb or LED. And the next thing that could cause this is that there's some kind of wiring issue going on. There's like an open, a short, there's a bad connection inside of a harness, something like that. If there is a wiring issue, this could be more difficult to troubleshoot. You will need to get diagrams and wiring schematics for your particular vehicle to know which wires are going to what, and which pins on the computer it's going to, and different things like this. But basically, you get a wiring schematic, you check to see if there's any opens or shorts or anything like this going to the computer, going to the power supply, and different things along those lines. Like I said, this can be kind of difficult to do sometimes, but if you have multimeter and schematics, you can't go and test the wiring and be sure it's good, because the next thing that's going to cause this is some kind of wiring issue. And the next thing that could cause this is a bad instrument cluster. These can be called different things. In older vehicles, they're quite commonly called like instrument panels, instrument clusters, things like that. In newer vehicles, these are often called IPC modules. And the newer vehicles quite commonly have a lot more electronics on them and different things going on. They have a lot more circuitry on them, so it's going to be more common for the newer vehicles to have issues with this than the older vehicles. Older vehicles had a lot less electronics going on, which makes them much more easier to work on or to see if anything's failed or gone bad. But if one of these newer instrument panels goes bad, they can be more difficult to troubleshoot. So usually when one of these newer ones go bad, it's best just to replace the whole thing. Of course, be sure it's bad first. Be sure there's no blown fuses, no burnt out bulbs or LEDs. Be sure there's no wiring issues, that all the wiring going to the instrument panel, that's all good, because the last thing on the list is going to be a bad instrument panel. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P0650 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.